by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife.
All right, welcome back, everyone. You can call us here at 737-7767 with any questions you might have, hopefully about the NWTF. But, Mark, I want you to finish up because we were talking about the Superfund. What happens to the Superfund that's set aside for the state of Tennessee?
Okay, what happens is that once a year, all the chapters, they write proposals and send them to me, and I review them, make any changes or anything, and I send them to the state chapter president. And they've got a committee that goes over all of these requests, and they either say, yes, we're going to fund it, or no, we're not, depending upon what the criteria is and how much money we have. Just to give you a little, for instance, we just had our meeting back in June, and we took right at $200,000, and we parlayed that with other chapters, funding some stuff, TWRA, Pittman Robinson money. We took that $200,000 and we actually ended up spending $4.19 million in the state of Tennessee because of that. So we are very, very good. We've got a staff.
Evidently, you bought land.
Part of that, yes. Part of that, yes.
That's what I was thinking.
2.9 million of it was for that Skinner Mountain.
That's what I was trying to get to. Y'all got that.
Yes, right above Crossville, I believe.
Yeah, right above Crossville.
So that's where part of our money goes to.
And now that will be a WMA.
That will definitely be a WMA.
See, that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. These monies are going towards purchasing, a lot of it's towards purchasing of land to make hunting available for any resident of Tennessee that wants to hunt can hunt. That's what it's for.
That is a priority. That is a criteria. It has to be made into public land.
That's right. That's right. It's not private land for Joe and all of his buddies. This is for everybody.
Everybody, yes.
If you're a resident of the state of Tennessee and have a valid hunting license, you can hunt this land.
Since 1985, when our banquet system started, the state of Tennessee, our state chapter, has helped TWRA purchased 261,000 acres.
How many?
261,000. Now, the Turkey Federation didn't pay for all that.
No.
But we leveraged our
dollars
to help purchase it.
That's right. 261,000 acres.
Yep. So when you're out enjoying lands like that and things like, you have to understand it didn't just get there.
It didn't just happen on the Christmas tree.
Didn't just appear there. There was some thought behind it, work behind it, and there's other great organizations as well, you know, that help that happen. But you've got to get involved with these organizations to ever be really a part of what's going on.
You do, and you know what? If you're saying that you don't have a place to hunt, then get involved.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we'll get you some land to hunt, but get involved.
Definitely. You were talking about the 80-20 earlier, about the 80%. A lot of times people don't have they believe they don't have an opportunity to take their kids hunting or go somewhere because, well, we don't have anywhere to go. Well, through opportunities like this where we can take NWTF money and parlay it with TWRA, parlay it with other organizations.
Pittman Robinson Fund.
To do that, to more and more people get involved, the more hands involved.
And the more money we get,
the more money we can get, more public ground to provide more opportunities for people to be able to take their children, take their wives, take their family members anywhere on this public ground and good quality hunting ground here in the state of Tennessee.
We got a caller here.
We got a caller. And we got
Benny. How are you doing tonight?
Hey guys, I'm an old turkey hunter from way on back. Remember, I watched Brandon's film and I told him how the Sergeant York one?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, anyway, back in the day, we used to have to drive way down to Nancy Trace, Lewis County, first county I know of that opened up. That's back way back in that day.
That's right.
This local turkey federation guys, let me tell you something, he's some good old boys down here in my area. My house burnt down and I lost everything. And they stepped up with all the calls, camouflage, hats. I couldn't believe it. I mean, just the gear. I mean, I was surprised, and I wasn't even a member. I mean, they just help people out left and right. And now you guys, I really am proud to say I'm a Tennessee turkey hunter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ready to be retired now. So y'all keep making turkey hunting films. So I should have said it.
I'm going to do my best to get you as many next year as I did this year. I will do everything I can.
And I tell you though, Benny, I'm gonna challenge you, buddy. I heard your story. I love your story, and I've seen it on the fishing side too. I've seen hunting and fishing side, both. And I tell everybody, if you were touched by somebody in hunting or fishing, then why don't you join up with them?
Yes, sir. That's what I need to do.
You really should. And you know, nothing says thank you like working side by side somebody.
That's right.
Yep.
And I'm just putting it out there, brother. I know the Turkey Federation's helped me. Mark and I've been with Mark a long time, we're big friends and everything, but we've done everything side by side. It's not one man leading the other one, it's side by side stuff.
I used to work for the state, and they bring that net out there to the parking lot over in Horton. We would pluck all the feathers and the sticks out of it and pack it back up, and they'd go trap birds and move them around the state people don't know about.
Oh, yeah.
That's the reason we got birds now.
That's the reason right there.
Yep, it didn't just happen overnight.
Nope.
All right, thank you, boys.
Thank you,
Thank
Benny.
you. Have a good night.
Worked up.
And we got Charles. How can we help you tonight?
Hey, you, Charles Crutchville here.
Hey, Charles.
Hello, Charles.
Hey, Brandon. Basically, what I'm doing, I just want to give a shout out to Mark Jackson. I met him 18 years ago. We were at the Deer Classic, and he asked me, would you like to get a turkey chapter started? And I can tell you, I haven't looked back since then. And I'm one of them old guys, too, and I can tell you how much the NWTF has done for the state of Tennessee. So thank you, Mark.
I appreciate that, Charles. We've come a long way since then, haven't we?
Yeah. Long time.
Yes, we have, sir.
Appreciate your support.
Yeah. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you,
Thank you
Charles.
for calling.
And let me tell you something. This state is inundated with guys like Charles.
Absolutely.
It is.
I mean, from one end of the state to the other. So, you know, we've got some great guys and gals that are a part of it. I love the fact that Brenda Valentine's involved.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time, yes.
You know, she's just a banner waver for the ladies out there. You know, she's not sissy-fied, but she's not manly either. So, so she can hold her own.
Yes, she can.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Is a lot of women think, well, that's not for me. That's not for me. Well, it could be. It's been, and I know a lot more women than just Brenda into it. There's a lot of them out there.
Absolutely. I taught my wife how to turkey hunt about 12 years ago, and sometimes I almost regret it. I've got a little 40-acre farm in Dixon, and basically I can't even hunt it.
Not with her.
Not
She's
with
claimed
her.
that for you.
Yeah, she is. But now, give her dues. She calls her own turkeys in. She sets up her own blinds. She does it all. She takes a little book with her, and she'll call and sit down and read. And buddy, she can flat lay it on them.
That's a productive way of getting after them, to be
Yes,
honest.
sir. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
She's a
even
killer.
Brandon, and I gotta give kudos to Brandon too. He took Emery's daughter. She killed a really nice buck this last year, and you know she's looking forward to upping her game this next season. And by the way, she did inform me that if I wanted to know anything about deer hunting, just let her know, and she'd be glad to share it with me.
She is more than happy to share her knowledge, and she's already got one picked out for this coming year.
I
so.
mean, this was last season. She was ready to share then. I should have
She's got
listened.
another year of knowledge now, so
I should have took her up on it.
we're most likely going to get to hear from her before the juvenile hunt this year. So
But isn't that what it's all about? I mean,
it is.
Brandon, I'd like to hear from you right now. What's it like to be a father and have your young ones come up and follow behind you like they
Well,
do?
it changes for me. Number one, I mean, you know how passionate I am about it anyway. I mean, I've been as passionate as right now today. I was just as passionate 25 years ago. But to me, it has completely changed my outlook on why I'm there. You know, last year, you know, we had a film. I shot a Jake last year. Emery called it in. there's no telling how many turkeys I've pulled the trigger on, and I promise you, there is not one that I will remember more than the one that she called to me, that Jake that she called in and I shot. And because you know, when they were coming, she said, "Daddy, will you shoot one?" I said, "Honey, you call that bird down here, and he's in trouble."
He's in trouble.
And she did. You know, she called him down there. But to me, that's been the biggest thing. Is it has made me understand more now why we're really out there. And
it's not just
the killing.
is
You really start to enjoy everything other than the killing even more than you do. And if I take her and we see. She runs every deer in the woods off, you know, especially when she was little, fine, then so be it. That's the attitude you got to have going into it. But they will learn from you, I mean, like a sponge. It's amazing just the little things that she's picked up over time, rubs and scrapes, and she would surprise you at 7 years old. But it's not because I've sat there and
that's what's
put a book
important.
in front. It's just because she watches. You know, and that's what all of them will do, whether they're your child, your grandchild, your neighbor's child. They're going to watch you and learn from it, and it will change your perspective. And Mark, it's a great change.
I'm going to tell you, guys, I have paid my dues. You know as well as I do, I've paid my dues. I've done hunter education, bow hunter education. I'm one of the oldest guys in hunter education and one of the oldest in bow hunter education. And I've paid my dues with that. And I've always been a part of educate, and take the kids. I say all of that to tell you, I can teach a monkey to pull a trigger.
Yep, you're right.
Okay? Give me a monkey, and in a week I'll have him pulling the trigger. Okay? The thing is what separates us, my feelings towards hunting and fishing now, is when I show a kid what's the difference between a white oak and a red oak and a hickory and a sycamore, and they know what a persimmon looks like. They know what eats a persimmon. They chase a turkey. They can tell the difference between a jake and a hen and a gobbler from a long distance away. Yeah. That's when you know I've done well. I've taught well.
And you don't have to do anything
you know
special
that you're fixing to,
That's
I'm not guaranteed tomorrow.
No, none of us are.
None of us are. No. But if I go tonight, I'm going to be happy that I'm going. But I want to know that I'm leaving behind a legacy of other youngsters that's going to take it and run with it. That's what I think hunting and fishing in the outdoors is all about.
It is.
I totally agree with you. You know, in the Bible it talks about the sower and the seed.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
Every moment of our lives we're sowing seeds.
That's it.
Now, whether it be good seeds or bad seeds, that's up to us.
That's right.
But the opportunity is always there to throw some good seed down. And that's what we're trying to do.
You know what? You're going to throw some bad seeds.
Absolutely.
All right, but when you do, double up on the good ones.
That's it.
Yep. Cover it up.
Yep.
That's the way I look at it.
We got to get over.
We got
this week's tip of the week.
What is the tip of the week?
This week's tip of the week is being sponsored by our friends over at Davison Farmers Co-op. You can visit them right there on Dickerson Pike, about a mile off of Bradley Parkway, or you can give them a call. Also check them out on Facebook.
All right, we got a tip. You got one?
Yeah, you know, this past week I've spent about a week now just putting up tree stands, putting out blinds, getting everything ready. And something we were working on Saturday, and I told Jack, I said, I need to talk about this. When we're going into the woods right now and I'm setting up a blind, I'm going to go ahead and have myself the most clear path to that blind or that stand that I can make. Now, I'll use anything from a leaf blower, a leaf brake, a weed eater, disturb them right now before it's time. I'll cut the edge of the field. If the grass is high, I'll cut a trail. Keep my legs dry, keep me from putting scent all over the place walking in. But right now is the best time to clear those trails, clear your paths, and make your entry and exit as easy and quiet as possible. And when it's wet, as dry as possible. You won't get in there soaking wet legs and all from walking through those fields.
Another thing we'd like to add is that the Buck Moon is this weekend.
Right now,
it's this weekend. It starts this weekend.
Yeah.
So they'll put up to 8 inches more growth on their antlers this weekend and next week.
It's a fun time to be watching the cameras.
It's a great time to be watching those cameras, I'm telling you.
It is. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.